I saw you doing that. I'm like, I have a fan.
It's just like in between fans, like it gets
Right? I
so
know.
sticky.
Let me see. Are you guys from here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's not like this. It's like these are not native.
Oh, they're not?
It, no.
Give up.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's like kind of.
It won't make it as miserable as real Gemma.
It's not good. Where is that breeze? We need it right now.
It's not in the
It's
jungle.
out there, not in the trees.
Oh, really?
Isn't that good?
Hey, Kennedy. It's wet.
Mine are probably attack.
Hey Sawyer, welcome. Thank you for being here, guys.
Hey, Sawyer. It's me, our being to Disney.
Not this, you better.
No, I was going to ask that. I'm like, can we just go off the road, please? We're in a Jeep.
Good.
Karibuni. I am Walter Wilson Mutua, and I am happy to welcome you to Harambe Wildlife Reserve. I hope that your visit will give you new appreciation and respect for Africa's magnificent living treasures. Harambe Wildlife Reserve was created to meet the growing challenges that face our native wildlife here in Africa. Expanding human population is bringing with it a loss of natural habitat,
Babe, you're moving too
threatening the
quick.
very existence of our great riches. Sadly, even the borders of in Africa are
Fast pass.
How's it going, Sawyer? No, it's not. And guys, we'll be watching Rivers of Light tonight as well. So stay tuned. Why did the kids? I wonder why your kids would say that. Rivers of Light's amazing. And don't forget, guys. Don't forget, Thursday night I will be bringing live from Disneyland Main Street Electrical Parade. No, they don't, Sawyer. No, they don't. Sawyer says
It's like 9.
Yeah, I know. I want
they
to-
like. He likes Rivers of Light, but my kid said it was lame.
Oh. Well, I trust his kids. His kids are really good at reviewing stuff, so.
Yeah, and they said they don't know good quality entertainment.
Yes, they Are you gonna? Did they tell you 8, Fred? Are you an 8?
Huh?
Are you an 8?
Oh no.
They said it was 3.
I'm gonna see if I can go over here.
No, we can't fit.
Oh, it's okay.
It's supposed to be 3. He's supposed to be in this line.
Yeah.
But he's not paying attention.
No.
Stop, babe. You guys have fun. Enjoy it.
No, I wanted this side because I get better view of the camera. The camera.
Oh, so cute. Good, Greg.
Okay, sorry about that, guys.
There you go. That fits better.
No, because I do. No, I do.
No. Nope. I got 4 people right now currently.
Our Sunday Sun
So
Award,
sometimes
and as we
it'll
say
say
here in
4,
Raleigh, Twin Day,
but you
and
can't always go by what it says because it might be more
So
people
Johnson
watching.
friends, my name's
Here we go,
Carrie. I will
guys.
be your safari tour guide here at the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. Now my friends, you can take pictures and videos. Just please refrain from all flash photography for the courtesy of around you and for the safety of our animals. Hold on tight to those cameras and cell phones. It will be a bumpy road out there, and we want to make sure none of your items will fall over this vehicle. Have those devices out and ready. I cannot stop for every animal we will be seeing along the way. Now please remain seated at all times. As you guys can tell, there are no seat belts. That is just for your safety. And please do not call out or cat call these animals because we are in their home and we do want to make sure that we are super respectful of that. We'll see our first friend right over there on the right hand side with those zebra-like back legs, kind of in the corner, a little bit on the left. Now that is going to be known as an okapi. Now don't let those back legs fool you because they are not related to the zebra at all. They're actually the only known relative of the giraffe. And how we actually tell that is by their facial features. They have a long prehensile tongue which allows them to grab leaves from trees. And they can also clean their ears and their eyes with that long tongue as well too. It's kind of like their own little 3-for-1 deal. As we come along this way on the left hand side, a little bit in the distance up against that little rock wall, you're going to notice the black rhino. You can also see one over there too. We'll go to this one because that one's not blocked by the tree over there. Now they weigh to 3,000 pounds, however there are less than 5,000 left in the world. The reason for that is because of poaching. They're being poached with those horns that carry something known as keratin. The same thing that can be found in your hair and fingernails too. Although they have no natural predators, unfortunately, us as humans, we will be a rhino's biggest threat, and that is going to be because of poaching. As we continue along the way in the Ituri Forest, hopefully we'll be able to see an animal that goes by the name of the bongo. Now they usually get the nickname of the ghost of the forest because they can rarely be seen when hidden behind bushes and trees. Both males and females will have horns, but they'll be leaned more towards their back, so they are hidden
Hey, Zach,
underneath
welcome.
any
Hi,
bushes. Their
Trix,
horns won't get
welcome.
tangled in any branches. So they're going to be the chestnut kind of color antelope, and there's also up there on the left, if you guys look a little bit slightly to the right, there's also going to be a light tan antelope. There's actually going to be one right over here too, a little bit better view. That's a
Hey,
greater
Noah.
kudu.
Welcome.
They are the second tallest of the antelope species. We can tell that she's a female since she doesn't have any horns. And with her cup-shaped ears, she relies more on her sound rather than her sight.
Whoa.
Alright, my friends, so soon we will be entering into the Sapi River, which is going to be home to some of the water animals that we have out here on the reserve. One of the animals that hopefully we have a chance to say hi to is going to be a hippo. Hippos can spend up to 8 minutes underneath the water at a time, but they actually do not swim. They're going to more walk
Myers,
or run the bottom of the
welcome. Thank you for
surface.
being here.
And hopefully once we continue going just around this river bend, coming up on the left-hand side, we'll have the chance to see a group of hippos, and that will be known as a float. There they are. Each hippo makes its own personal wheeze honk noise so they can communicate with one another when they are separated. And although they do have those giant teeth, their diet will consist mostly of just plants. The birds on that island, those are pink-backed pelican. They may not have that pink color right now, but they will get it once it does become mating season and once they do find their mate. Their wingspan is about 7 to 9 feet long, which is the same length as the canopy right above all of your heads going from left to right. And when they travel from 20 to 500 of them at once. So it definitely could be a sight to see. Now speaking of a sight to see, in just a moment,
Yes, it
coming
does,
up on
Zach.
our left-hand side, we're going to see the largest crocodile species, the Nile crocodile. They can spend up to 2 hours underneath the water at a time, and they will be as long as giraffes are tall. It's going to range from 16 to 18 feet long. They weigh around 500 pounds, and they can eat half of their body weight in one feeding. So they can eat things such as zebras and different types of antelope. How you tell the difference between a crocodile and an alligator is that the crocodile's fourth bottom tooth can actually go above their upper lip. So it definitely is a cool little easy fun fact to be able to tell the difference between the two of them since they will be looking so alike. Alright my friends, but soon we will be entering into the world famous savannah, which is going to be home to many famous African wildlife that we do have out here on the reserve. Millions of animals migrate to the savannah every single year, and then in just a moment we'll have the chance to see a bunch of them that do in fact call the savannah their home. Before we do, take a look over here on the right hand side of this upside down looking tree. That gets the nickname of the upside down tree because those branches do look like tree roots, making it look like it of course was planted upside down, but it will be known as the baobab tree. with that giant tree trunk as well. It gets a little bit of a more common nickname, the Tree of Life. That's because that trunk holds thousands and thousands of tons of water in it. It's going to conserve all of that water until that tree finally decides to grow some leaves. So it's going to be leafless for 9 months out of the year. Now here we are officially in the savannah, and as I like to start every little intro into the savannah, Savannah, Uganda. This part of savannah is known as the Serengeti grasslands. That's where you can see all those iconic animal life, such as giraffes. You can see some ankole cattle, white-bearded wildebeest, spotted hyenas, and elephants a little bit further. So our first one is over here on the right-hand side with these giant horns. That is an ankole cattle. Their horns are about 4 to 6 feet long, and they might look super heavy on the top of their heads, but they're actually honeycomb hollow patterned. Each one weighs 15 to 20 pounds, and they use those horns to circulate blood flow throughout their bodies so they can maintain a nice body temperature with the hot heat that we do tend to experience out here in Africa from time to time.
We'll be here.
They also get the nickname of the Watusi cattle after the Watusi tribe that did domesticate them. So they are in fact going to be the only animals out here on the reserve that are going to be domesticated. As we come a little bit further up this way, hopefully on the left, up and active, might be the spotted hyena. They are also nocturnal, but sometimes we do get a little bit lucky when they are running around, so let's see. I think they might be probably sleeping in their den. That's what they're usually doing from time to time. There they are. So cute. Now the Swahili word for hyena is faisi. They travel in adult packs of 5 to 15, and the lowest ranking females have more dominance than the highest ranking males. When they call their clan together, it will be a maniac laughter, which I'm sure a lot of you are aware from The Lion King. And then it does tend to go more to a whooping sound. On the left, you'll notice one of our animal caretakers. They have a pretty cool job. Sometimes they actually get to like hand feed the giraffes. It's like so cool. I get jealous when I'm driving out here and I see them do that. I actually did a couple times today. It's pretty awesome. As we come up over this way, both on the right and left hand side, we're going to notice the white-bearded wildebeest. Now they go through something known as a great migration, meaning that they travel 500 to 1,000 miles all throughout Africa. 1.5 million wildebeest started in the migration. What's pretty cool about it is that they know to do it every single year and at the same time, so they are super intelligent. They also get the nickname of the gnu after the noise that they make, but it's spelled G-N-E-U. They're also able to go up to 5 days without drinking any water as well. We'll just keep going a little bit more forward on our adventure, and hopefully we'll have the chance to see some giraffes. Now, once we have the chance to see some giraffes and you guys see some smaller ones, that's because here at Harambe we're actually very lucky to have 5 babies. They are so, so cute. Speaking of baby giraffes, does anyone on this truck happen to be 6 foot by any chance? Well, if you are, just don't want to raise that hand of yours, congratulations. You're the same height as a baby giraffe when they are first born. They're also able to start walking within their first hour of birth, too. Now, speaking of 6 feet, that's also going to be the height that a baby giraffe is dropped from. And that's because females actually give birth standing up. So, baby giraffes have a very first interesting day of life here on Earth. They're also able to sleep for about 20 minutes to a half hour a day, but they tend to do their sleeping standing up, never lying down, and that's so they could defend themselves from their predators. The only time that they will sleep lying down is when they won't feel threatened by the animals that will be surrounding them. Now, of course, they don't do their sleeping all at once. They actually break it out throughout the day between 5-minute intervals. It's kind of like college if you do think about it. Hopefully your friends will be eating those so you guys can see their purple colored tongue. It's pretty cool. Now, their tongue is a purplish kind of color because it spends 19 plus hours in the sun. So it's not going to get any sunburn if it is that color, rather than if it was to be the typical pink like ours. It's also going to be about 18 inches long as well. It's pretty crazy. And we'll get there slowly but surely, so it's probably a good sign that we're going a little bit slow over this way because all the giraffes are probably out to say hi. Now they can run, and it definitely is a sight to see, let me tell you. They can actually run the same speed as a rhinoceros, about 35 miles per hour. And they also do in fact make a sound. It sounds pretty similar to the sound that a sheep is going to make. Still have yet to hear it, so. Oh, there they are, all the way out there. I know, aren't they so cute? Soon you guys will have the chance to see a group of giraffes. A group of giraffes is going to be known as a tower, while a group of moving giraffes will be known as a journey. Hopefully those giraffe friends of mine will just never stop believing. Asante Sana, thank you. Usually I'm laughing to myself when I tell that. Oh, and okay, this one looks like it's eating, but I don't know if we'll see the color of its tongue because like it's like kind of hidden within those like palm tree leaves, but you never know, we could get a little bit lucky. There's gonna be 2 of the babies. Now our oldest baby is a little over a year old, and the youngest is close to 8 months now. It's actually pretty cool. The youngest baby was actually being born on a reserve, so it's pretty awesome to see a live giraffe birth. Now giraffes also do something that's going to be known as necking, and that's when one giraffe hits another giraffe with that long neck of theirs. The reason why they do that is it's actually their own little way of fighting for their dominance. We're going to come up over this way so you guys can see some of the babies too. I know, aren't they so cute? One of the babies, she has like a little bit lighter colored spots.
Hey,
so she's going to be the one all the way up over there. One of her spots actually looks like his. It's adorable. Now as we come up over this way, we're going to pass a couple more baobab trees, but the one on the right hand side is actually pretty cool. You'll notice some holes in it. That's because elephants actually stick their tusks into the trunks of baobab trees and allow them to drain water so they can keep themselves hydrated in case there isn't a water supply nearby. That means also that we're getting pretty close to those elephant friends of mine. Now elephants move their giant ears back and forth kind of as their own little personal AC unit. By moving their ears back and forth, they can reach speeds up to 15 miles per hour. Elephants throw mud, dirt, and sand on their backs, and that's actually going to act as their own little natural sunscreen to protect their sensitive skin from the really hot sun. Let's see where they are. Oh yes, there they are. It's not giving us the best view, but you know, at least we still got a view of our friend. We also do have a baby. She's adorable. She just turned 2 years old. Speaking of the number 2, that's going to be the number for the full term length pregnancy for one individual baby elephant. It'll be almost 2 years, a complete total of 22 months. Now, aside from that long-term pregnancy, when a baby's first born, they weigh at around 300 pounds. One fully grown elephant can range from 13 to 15,000. And our baby right now is around 1,500. But she's adorable, and she actually just recently started growing in her tusks too. So I love her. So hopefully she's up to say hi. We could see some more elephants over here, or sometimes we could see them in the distance once we go around Flamingo Island, which is going to be right over this way on our left-hand side. Now these are going to be greater flamingos. They're the lightest shade of pink of a type of flamingo species, and also the tallest. They'll stand about 5 feet tall. And a group like we notice here is actually known as a flamboyance. Now, does anyone on the truck happen to be a big fan of Hidden Mickeys by any chance? Yes, no, maybe so. Well, I'm going to show you guys the largest one in Animal Kingdom anyway. Take a look on the left-hand side. You guys look at this island where those palm trees are actually going out of. Pretty cool, right? Of course, now it's not hidden anymore because I just told you all about it, but it is still hidden for a lot of people that aren't aware that it is there, so it definitely is pretty awesome. We're going to continue up over this way. This is where we can see some white rhinos, water bucks, bonnie boks, warthogs, ostriches, cheetahs, and maybe even some lions along the way. So let's see. Ooh, now this is one of my favorites over here. It's coming up shortly on the left-hand side. It's this cute little brown animal with these horns. This is known as a bonnie bok. Now they're actually a fairly recently new animal discovery. 1901 was when they were discovered, so new for an animal. There was only 17 of them left in the world at the time, until a farmer actually came across all 17. He brought them back onto his farm so they can repopulate themselves and lose that extinction title. So thankfully to that farmer many moons ago, you guys are able to see the bonnie bok on our reserve today. So it just goes to show that one person can make a huge difference in this world. Let's see. Now hopefully coming up on the left-hand side is where we can see the cheetah. Now they are hard to spot from time to time, so do keep those eyes super peeled, my friends. They're the fastest land animals in the world. They can run 65 to 70 miles per hour. But in 3 seconds, they're able to go from 0 to 60. Since they run so quick, they actually use their tails as a little steering device to steer them in a right or left direction, as well as also keep balance. They're also one of the only wild cats that are able to hunt during the day. We're actually going to see them in the distance coming up shortly on the left-hand side. So get pretty lucky. They're going to be lying down. I think there's about 2 or 3 of them over there. I think there might be 3 because I think 2 are like kind of like lying like right behind one another. So it looks like it was like one giant one. They're so cute. Yeah, I think it's 3. Yeah, it is 3.
Yeah.
We're going to do that a little bit so we can get nice pictures of our wild cat friends. And hopefully once we go a little bit further, we'll have the chance to see another wild cat friend of mine. And that is going to be the lion.
see right
There they
there.
are, looking adorable as ever.
What? There they are.
Now, hopefully the lions won't be taking their cat nap. They tend to sleep for about 16 to 20 hours a day, making them nocturnal animals. Oh my gosh, hello!
Hello.
So that's a white rhino running right in front of us. Now, kind of scary if you guys think about it. That's about 35 miles per hour, and he also can't see further than 10 feet in front of him. So he really has no idea where he's going. So imagine driving one of these when that happens, and one time oh my gosh, there's a lion.
Oh, he's out.
Sorry, I
He's
haven't
up.
seen him all day, so I got really
Hey.
excited.
The lion's up.
Now, you guys are
Oh,
really lucky. Now, do you guys actually
I want to hear
I think
a
you're in the
roar.
bathroom.
There he
I actually
is.
want to know something really cool
Wow.
about our male lion.
Wow.
Has anyone seen
Wow.
the live action Lion King yet? Yes,
Yes.
awesome. Well, Mufasa and adult Simba are actually modeled after our male lion. I know, I get to
Oh,
work with
wow.
this super sharp every day. It's pretty awesome. Now, not only do males carry a lot of weight for their pride, they carry a lot of weight in their mate
That's the
too.
most
The
active
male
I've
on top of
seen
his
him.
head can range from 40
Wow.
to 50 pounds. Now,
Yeah,
males are the ones that will
that's
watch
the
the
most
cubs and
active
protect
I've
the
seen a
territory,
lion.
while the females are the ones that will go and grab food for the pride.
Wow.
Now, about a
Hey,
century ago, there
look.
was a little over 200,000 lions
that
in
out.
wildlife. This year, there are less than 20,000, and that's because they're being poached for those beautiful coats of theirs. Hopefully, since all three lions are actually up, you can see the other lion, she's kind of lying down a little bit further back. If they decide to roar, you can hear that roar from up to 5 miles away. Oh my gosh, this rhino is still going.
I'm ready to hear. I'm ready to
He's
hear a
training for the
roar.
Olympics, you know.
He's.
Got our
Hey.
next Olympian here.
Wow.
Pretty awesome.
Wow,
Oh,
look.
there he is.
I gotta get shot at the lion. Wow. Look at that lion right there. I think he's about ready to
Aren't
roar.
they so pretty? I love them so much.
They are beautiful.
The male especially, I think he is absolutely gorgeous. I love him.
Wow.
But yeah, we'll definitely keep our ears open, and if I just so happen to hear their roar, I'll definitely let you guys know.
Oh.
Hopefully coming
That
up on
would
our
be so
left-hand
cool if
side
they
though, in
roared.
just a moment, we might be able to see the warthog. Now, sometimes in this area, they might be blending in with the rocks. So if you see a giant hairy rock growing some tusks, that's in fact a warthog. They actually might be hiding. Now, they are related to the domestic pig. How you tell the difference between a male and a female is that males have extra fat in between their eyes and their tusks, like our friend Pumbaa from the Lion King. Fun fact is that Pumbaa is not Swahili for warthog, it's Swahili for foolish, explaining his personality throughout the entire film. On the right in the distance, that brown animal walking around, it's a little bit larger, that is a water buck. They're female here because they don't have any horns, and their skin produces a type of oil that'll make that fur of theirs waterproof as well. Down on the ground, those giant yellow eggs that will drive by, those are ostrich eggs. Each one weighs about 3 pounds and is equivalent to 2 dozen chicken eggs. Ostrich eggshells are so strong that if one of us tried to stand on them, they wouldn't even crack, so you can say they do have some excellent protection. At least I was able to crack some of you up. Alright, friends. So we're going to start to leave the savannah, and then we will enter the last part of the reserve. It's going to be known as Mogati Glen. Now, my one friend that lives over this way is known as a scimitar horned oryx. Now, he loves to play hide and go seek. I've got days, I've even gone a week without seeing this friend of mine, so it really just depends on his mood. But what is really cool about this animal is that it can go 9 months out of the year without drinking any water. That's because it's going to conserve all the water that's going to drink into its body until it starts to sweat, which is at a temperature of 115 degrees Fahrenheit. This animal is also very close to extinction. There's currently less than 1,000 of them here. But it looks like my friend, unfortunately, is winning this round of hide and go seek. I don't even see him in his typical hiding spot. And also, unfortunately, going through this gate is going to mean that our time here together is going to be coming to an end. And I hope that you guys did have a great time with me, because I sure did have a wild time with you. Now, if you did want to learn a little bit more about some of those animals that we did have the chance to see along the way, feel free to stop in Harambe Village and talk to those villager friends of mine. And they can also inform you a little bit more about the Disney Conservation Fund. Speaking of the Conservation Fund, since 1995 when it did first, Disney has donated over $13 million to over 30 different types of walks. To say a final goodbye here to one another. But my friends here in Harambe, we don't like to say goodbye. That's because goodbyes are far too sad and far too final, and we do want to see you again. So instead, I'm going to leave you guys with Swahili phrase known as Kwaherini. And that is going to mean to go well in Swahili. So Kwaherini, all my new friends, I hope you guys all go well and go wild. Just remember, to never go too wild, because we are still at a family theme park. But enjoy the rest of your time here at Disney's Animal Kingdom and wherever your journey and
Thank you,
adventure may
Dave.
take
I
you.
appreciate that.
Java Warden.
Alright guys, we're getting out here. Oh, okay. What time is it?
Was amazing. Did you see the little rhino running?
Yes,
That
that was amazing. That was absolutely amazing. The animals tonight were. This is why I like going this late because the animals are active. You see the lions? Wow. The lions are amazing. I was so hoping for more. Because that would be so cool. Yeah, it was. The lions were very active tonight, which is amazing.
All right, what do we want to do next? Do you want to go get something to eat, or do you guys?
It's up to you.
Are you hungry, friend?
Yeah, we can get something to eat.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and close the stream. Guys, I'm gonna go ahead and close the stream out, and I will be back here shortly for find you a magical adventure because tomorrow's Dreamway. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Oh. Wait, say.
I thought Jesse was in it.
Nah. Okay.